Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Emma, and we're playing Dragon Age Inquisition. We've just arrived at Skyhold, and I'm so thrilled. We just experienced one of the best parts of the game. Initial trade-off with 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. Talking to SOLAS at the camp after trekking our way through the snow after that avalanche. Here we are. Alright. Let's run around a little. Got a lot of work to do. I guess we should do the war room first, just to make sure that that's all settled. It's gonna take so much manpower to clear all this out. Is that my quarters and not the war? It's been a long time since I've played this part of the game. Like 5 years. Josie. Wow, she's already made herself at home. This looks much better.
I've made some inquiries into the Imperial Court. The sooner we deal with the threats to the Empress, the better. The political situation in the Empire is dangerously unstable. It will complicate matters.
Everything in the Empire complicates matters. It's the Orlesian national pastime.
Turn your nose up at the grand game if you like, Commander, but we play for the higher stakes, and to the death. The Court's disapproval can be as great a threat as the Venatori. We must be vigilant to avert disaster.
Don't worry, Josephine. We'll protect the Empress no matter what.
I pray you're right. If your vision of the future comes to pass, the death of the Empress heralds the destruction of everything. Orlais holds Tevinter at bay. All of 𝒂𝒾𝒶 could be lost if the Empire falls to 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. Céline is holding peace talks under the auspices of a grand masquerade. Every power in Orlais will be there. It's the perfect place for an assassin to hide.
Does Celine know about the threats against her? Can we send word?
I've sent messages to the Empress, but it's impossible to know if she's received them.
It's fair.
I'll arrange for an invitation at your discretion, Inquisitor.
Alright. See if she has anything else to say before we move on.
Inquisitor, I was just inspecting our new headquarters. Foundation cracks, nesting animals, and miles from any centers of civilization. The staff must make it presentable if we're to receive any visitors of distinction.
That's fair. It's nice on this because I can choose what I want. I'm so used to playing Mass Effect. I'm worried about Paragon and Renegade points. And we do have an approval system, right? But it's not nearly so contingent on which of the order we select. I still think this is the best one, even after my speech.
The people coming know we just survived 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 and a dragon.
And they must be confident we are able to do so again. The mages are showing great trust in you. They need to feel safe here.
Do you not feel safe here?
I've had difficulty forgetting 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶's attack on Haven. Do you know who first leapt to arms? Our workers. They were so proud of our cause. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 simply cut them down. So much screaming after that first blast of fire. So many people turned to ash.
Now, to be fair, we did save everyone that the game would let us save.
We lost far too many good people to that monster.
I'm sure they'll find rest with the Maker. Well, before I return to my duties, allow me to congratulate you on your appointment as Inquisitor, my lady. I will now bring diplomatic issues to your attention, and I'm more than happy to help with any situations that arise.
Wow, we have our romance path set. Although it would be nice to just go first roll and talk. I feel like I should be able to do that as a friend too, but I guess we can stay. Hopefully that's not as condemning as the option makes it seem.
You don't have to be so formal just because I'm Inquisitor now, Josephine.
Our allies and guests should see you treated with every courtesy, Inquisitor, especially considering the newness of your office. Fortunately, after your courage at Haven, it's no difficult task to do so. Inquisitor, is it true? Is the mark on your hand magic cast by 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶?
𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒃 claimed it's a spell gone wrong.
I wanted to think it was a blessing. A sign the Maker was returning to his creation. How credulous of me.
I mean, she's kind of been saying it the whole time. I'm not holy. I'm not the Herald. This isn't divine intervention.
The anchor's nothing more special than a misfired spell.
At least you had the good fortune to take it from 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. Does it hurt? The anchor, that is.
I definitely think it feels weird. That's always kind of been my headcanon.
It's not pain. It's more like my nerves go on fire.
It sounds most unpleasant.
It's definitely not fun. I can't imagine that it feels good.
A situation requires your attention, Inquisitor. Noble 𝒸𝒃 loyalists in the city of Jadar are spreading accusations that you're responsible for the Divine's death. They're unusually organized. I recommend we send people to Jadar to deal with the matter.
Will anyone even believe me if I claim I didn't kill the Divine?
Fair.
Perhaps if they learn about your heroics, we should emphasize how you stopped the breach devouring the sky. Even in Jadar, it may win you a few admirers.
What does the nobility gain by saying I murdered Justinia?
A scapegoat to begin with, but I wonder if the Grand Clerics are at work. Those immediately eligible to be divine died at the Conclave. The ones remaining were not as favored. They may look upon you as a rival for influence.
I'm definitely a fan of relying on diplomats, negotiation, that sort of jazz first. If that fails, then we'll give it to Liliana and see what she can do with it.
Let's send some ambassadors to convince Jada I'm not a monster in disguise.
Excellent. I believe there's much to be gained by winning them over. What may I do for you?
Aha, here we go. So, I think we've got all of those.
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
You may see the Countess 𝒂𝒾𝒃 in the halls. A lovely woman, but her conversations tend towards the unusual. She's the patron of Orlé's greatest naturalists. The Countess's particular passion is collecting butterflies.
That's kind of cool.
That doesn't sound unusual.
She goes into great detail about preserving them. It seems to involve large amounts of chemicals and pins.
A little less.
Good day to you.
Okay, I do think that's it.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
All right, to the war room. I love how this is just one part of Skyhold that doesn't ever really get fixed. Although it does look like this could be open air. And it was filled with rocks at a later date. It looks like the archers were created first. I kind of like having it open. I wouldn't mind if they just knocked the rest of the stones out, at least for these two middle ones, and you could fill in this one. Look at even the particle textures. It's just beautiful. I love this game. I love this part of the game, right? Oh, we have a perk. I don't know. New dialogue options. I always love those first. Okay, so we've got one in underworld knowledge. Do we have any other ones? We've got arcane. All right. Okay, I don't really need any of this. Okay, so it looks like that's what I want. More dialogue options. Give them to me. Thank you, Colin. Oh my god, look how many more quests we have now. Don't we have a few to... God, yeah, we've got this one. It's like I know we've got at least one. So, secure route through the Frostbacks. The route leading west from the Fallow Mire is ready for use. My agents have found the shortcut most helpful. The secret's usefulness is often measured in hours. Alright. Are there any other ones to pick up? Check. Doesn't look to be the case. Okay, so start over here. Is there anything? Where's my note? Okay, so this should be the second. Yes, we've done contact. Now we need to protect. All right, let's do this one because I definitely want this to be handled. So I have my little sticky note. It's definitely plastered to my monitor because I don't want to pick the wrong one. Now, before everybody starts complaining, I've already gotten this right by myself the first time through without any sort of guide. I don't want to inadvertently fuck it up by trying to do something different. So, I care way more about saving my clan than adhering to somebody else's notion of how to play the game. Dalen, I would not trouble you normally. You have enough on your shoulders, fighting ancient divinity magisters while representing your people. Unfortunately, the rifts that plague this land have spread chaos and fear along with them, and many seek to take advantage of it. Bandits are attacking Clan 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. The raiders are well armed and heavily armored, and they come in numbers our hunters cannot match. We had settled in a small unclaimed valley not far from 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶, a safe place with few rifts. But these bandits may force us to seek a new home. Your Inquisition can help. You might save our clan much hardship. 𝒂𝒃𝒶𝓁. Keeper is 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶. 𝒂𝒃𝒶. Alright, so according to our sheet, we would need to choose Leliana. Let me look what the other ones would be. I want to see what I would choose now. See, it's hard because I might have let Cullen do it because he's kind of the like brute force boy. I think this one was important because it says while she uncovers the truth. Okay, so we're supposed to click Leliana. We're gonna click Leliana.
Inquisitor.
Very important to us that our family lives. Okay, so what else do we have? Pack Rider, Arcanist, Darkspawn activity. Oh, Conscript's good. I don't really care about resources. Oh, I do care about the Mage Rebellion. Oh, and I care about Dorian. Okay, so we need to do Mage Rebellion. It's gonna suck if I need Leliana for this. Fiona. We got the word out to everyone we could, but some cells were too remote to reach. We'll need the Inquisition to contact them, at least to let them know the Templars are gone. They are gone, right? Right. From Sketch. I feel like Leliana should do that because she knows Sketch. If you guys remember, Sketch is the elf from Leliana's DLC. It's good shit. He's great. I feel like Leliana is the best option here. And I definitely think sending soldiers is the worst option. So I tend to like the way that Leliana handles problems. So I'll probably wait until Llewellyn's quest is done before doing that. Okay, so let's see about Dorian. Now that you're in charge, there's something I thought I'd bring up. There are Venatori mages out there, lurking in the wilderness. This comes as no surprise to you, since you can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Corypheus' minions. Thanks, Dorian. But these particular Venatori have additional significance to myself. For one, I know them personally. I wouldn't call them friends, except that would imply I didn't want them dead, which I do. Since I have an idea of where they might be, thanks to an investigation I began before coming south, I thought we could put our heads together and track them down. At which point they would sneer something at you and Tevinter, and you would be forced to kill them. Which makes everyone happy. You for eliminating a potential threat. Me for eliminating men and women too stupid and short-sighted to be permitted continued breath. They would be less happy, but who cares about them? Up to you, my Lady Inquisitor. God damn it, Dorian. I don't want to use Templars ever, Colin. Don't suggest it again. Alright, so Josie's gonna be the best way to handle this, I feel like. But word's gonna get out and the Venatori are gonna, like, band together. Honestly, I don't think that actually affects the mechanic of what this does, because I think it just opens up a quest for Dorian, if I'm correct. But I would, again, use Liliana's particular brand of addressing issues. God damn it. I can't use Liliana for everything. I hate alerting people to the fact we're coming, though. God damn it. I can't do it. About the hack writer. Ruffles. First off, you play a mean hand of Wicked Grace. Second, the lead you dig up for me on finding this Balin Forth guy in Kirkwall is starting to show some promise. I got my editor to look around for me. She's a coterie boss, so people tell her things whether they want to or not. Track down the poor sod carrying the manuscripts out of Kirkwall. But this is where it gets weird. Courier is a magistrate, Lord Werner Cameron. The coterie won't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Maybe you could have a polite word with him from me. I think that because this is particularly addressed to Josephine, that's what we should do.
Let us begin.
I wonder how many alternate routes are available for this. I guess we can't do that one because you need Liliana or... I almost called her Ruffles Josephine. What? We can't... Cullen doesn't want to have anything to do with this? Alright. Let's look at the conscript for the Inquisition. Well, that settles it. We face a darkspawn magister who commands something that looks suspiciously like an archdemon. I defy anyone to tell me that this is no blight. We have Blackwall's treaties, and we have cause. Thetis will require a little persuasion. We need to bolster our forces. Let me conscript more soldiers. What we need is information. Grey Warden influence may loosen even the tightest lips. Information and conscripts are well enough, Inquisitor, but gold secures these things and more. I think, honestly, Cullen's is the most practical because that's what Grey Wardens typically conscripted, right? With manpower. I mean, I guess it's Grey Wardens themselves. Treaties can ask for anything. I'm so sorry, Cullen. There's probably something for you to do here. I can have him gather resources. I'm not trying to be a dick to Cullen. I just genuinely don't prefer him handling things in the way that he does. Maybe he can do Darkspawn stuff. Reports of Darkspawn activity. There are reports of Darkspawn activity on the Storm Coast. While the area is sparsely populated, the Darkspawn pose a significant threat to travelers, as well as to Inquisition soldiers stationed on the coast. Should the Darkspawn branch away from the region, villages further inland may be at risk. Josie's not doing anything. So Liliana wants to find where they come from, and Cullen's doing the same thing, but with manpower. There we go, Cullen. Here's something you can handle.
Inquisitor.
I feel so. Alright. Alright, let's get to it. Ooh, buddy, we have so much to do. So we have 57 power and 30 is needed to go to my favorite quest in the whole game. I know a lot of people hate it, but political intrigue, grand dances, that's my shit. Alright. So we need to find the blacksmith. They missed a golden opportunity if they watched Markiplier stuff. See where's the blacksmith. But you guys know where I gotta go.
What was this place? So much room for whatever was here.
Oh, he's got a shard over here. I'm gonna read his note first, like a rude. May I please read your note? There we go. Request for researches on the Fade. Regarding your request as a noted partner of the Inquisition, Lady Montpellier has ensured our contacts are quick to reply. The few titles on hand accompany this letter, with the remaining en route from libraries in Valrio and surrounding. Archivist Bannon. Okay, so this is the list of books. Jesus! Let's look at some. Fate in Spirits Mysterious by Brother Ferdinand. An Enchanter's Observations by Anonymous. The Unholy Grace, author unknown. On Silver Chords by First Enchanter Irving. Wisdom Failed, the Hedge Mage, collected by First Enchanter Heron. Translations of the El Elan Excavation, collected by Brother Ferdinand TV. Winter Journeys Inward by Archon Vius. Our Legion Heart by formerly Sister Laudine. Speaking to the Other, a translation by Lady Ginn. On Lyrium, a Templar's Memoir by Sir Treyas. Dalish Myth and Collected Truths Against. Collected by Sister Patrine. That's the fucky one, right? The awful one. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. Untranslated, author unknown. There are 2 more pages of titles listed beneath. Alright, that's perfect.
How can I help?
Oh, we don't get a cutscene. We got several cutscenes with Josie.
I'm interested in what you told me of yourself in your studies. If you have time, I'd like to hear more.
You continue to surprise me. All right, let us talk. Preferably somewhere more interesting than this.
Yes! Oh, yes!
Why here?
Haven is familiar. It will always be important to you.
We talked about that already.
I sat beside you while you slept, studying the anchor.
I'm glad someone was watching over me.
You were a mystery. You still are. I ran every test I could imagine, searched the Fade, yet found nothing. Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
I would never have agreed to that.
You were in no position to argue. You were never going to wake up? How could you? A mortal sent physically through the Fade. I was frustrated, frightened. The spirits I might have consulted had been driven away by the breach. Although I wished to help, I had no faith in Cassandra, or she in me. I was ready to flee.
But you stayed.
I did. I told myself, one more attempt to seal the rifts. I tried and failed. No ordinary magic would affect them. I watched the rifts expand and grow, resigned myself to flee, and then... It seems you hold the key to our salvation. You had sealed it with a gesture. And right then, I felt the whole world change.
Felt the whole world change.
A figure of speech.
I'm aware of the metaphor. I'm more interested in felt.
You change everything.
Sweet talker.
We shouldn't. It isn't right. Not even here.
What do you mean, even here?
Where do you think we were?
This isn't real.
That's a matter of debate. Probably best discussed after you wake up.
I love that cutscene. They do such a good job of showing how conflicted SOLAS is. Because she kisses him first, right? And she starts to withdraw as she realizes that he's maybe in shock, wasn't nearly as interested as she was, or, you know, maybe wasn't interested at all, and that she'd misread something. But he pulls her back in, and it's like him being unable to resist. And it's so fucking delicious. A head shake as he's just like, fuck it. It's so good. I haven't played any other romance but his. I've watched videos of them, but they're so straightforward, and there's an intellectual, emotional attraction that's present in SOLAS's romance that I didn't really see in the others. Just one of the reasons why it appeals to me so much. As a demisexual, which is on the ace spectrum, that's kind of the focus of that particular, I guess, subset of sexuality. So it's just so well done. They do such a good job. Even though this is like, what, 2014 graphics? You can see it. You can see it in his face, in the way that he moves, those little micro expressions. It's just so good. They do such a good job. And that's so much. That one scene kind of encapsulates the romance in so many ways, and I love it so much. I know it's kind of a short episode, but I think this is a really, really, really good place to leave it. We can look around our room really quick. I know most of you are already familiar with it, but it's nice to have a look around, and I haven't been here in so long. I like how we have our own personal store of alcohol of some variety. But, like, can you imagine, like, people would pay so many thousands of dollars to stay in a place like this, even for one night. It's phenomenal. Ah, shit, the ramparts remind me that we should go do hawk things at some point. Sorry, I got really caught up in saying hello to SOLAS. We have is this a lute? A mandolin? It looks like it's got a stabby bit at the end. It's a barred weapon for sure. Let's read the note really quick. Oh, we've got recipes. I'm down with that. We've got so much. Ooh, we can already upgrade our garden because I collect literally everything. This place is so beautiful. God, could you imagine? The crisp chill in the morning. Very fresh breeze. That freshly fallen. I appreciate these so much more now than I did the first time I played it. I was just so excited to see everything, right? And now that I've played other games, played other stuff in the franchise, they just did such a good job. This is so much more, monumental, at least in scale and intricacy, honestly, than the other games. I mean, like, Purity. Why would I ever wear something called Purity? I just want to look at it though. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, we'll actually wear that. I will eat my words. We to pick our formal wear. Oh. I will always bemoan the fact that Llewellyn can't wear a grand ball gown. I'm sure most people are upset that we have to wear this military garb for our formal wear. What does this look like? Actually, that looks pretty nice on her with her hair and her color scheme. So this is just what she's traveling around. Yes. Oh, I hate it, thanks. Let's put this back on. It's a very traditional Inquisitor running around outfit. Alright. I don't even know what we're going to do next time. I'm really just gonna walk around and explore and just enjoy being back here. Because this is one of my favorite parts of the whole game. It's so good, guys. I love it so much. And we can go and talk to SOLAS about what happened in the Fade. I hope that each and every one of you has a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you next time.